Alright guys, good day everyone. This is Feedback Alliance on your screen once again. If you are stumbling on this channel for the very first time, make sure you hit on the subscription button and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you always be notified each time new videos are uploaded here. So very quickly, I'm going to be explaining all you need to know about broadcasting your proxies, and the very good thing you can do for yourself is don't skip any part of this video. Don't just watch the video, so make sure you like and comment your question, and if the comment section is not enough, you can join our community. Right, this is our main community for now, the WhatsApp community. You can also to those of you that need some help in one or two fields, you can also book a section, a private section with me. So that is that for that. Now I'll be explaining all you need to know about proxy broadcasting. Now first of all, you need to note this: proxy broadcasting can't work on one device. It's something that involves two devices and above. Please take note, don't skip any part. It's something that involves two devices and above. You can't say you want to broadcast your proxy, for instance, and you're using only one device to do it. Alright, so first of all, if you look at my screen very well, you see that my proxy is active. My proxy is active. It's active on super proxy, but I wouldn't want to enter my super proxy to show you, so you won't get to know my proxy details. So that one is private, but just know that my proxy is active. See the key sign on top, that key sign. So you may want to know, what is this broadcasting? Broadcasting is just simply how will I put it? It's just simply using two devices and transferring of IP from one of the devices to the other. I'm trying to break this down in a layman's term so that at least even those of you that find it difficult to understand things easily will follow up. So let's just say it's just more like transferring an IP for from another phone, or let's just say from phone A. Let's say my phone is phone A now, to another phone which is phone B, and you see everything on this video. Alright, so we have different applications that you can use for proxy broadcasting, and trust me, it's good for your service, because it's just like me using my device now to broadcast to another device. And while in the process of broadcasting, you don't need to activate any proxy. In fact, you don't even need any proxy app on the other of your phone. All you just need to do is, once you just connect your Wi-Fi, automatically your whole phone's IP changes. And you all know that most sites actually humble themselves when it comes to this setting. Like, I think there was a time we are using Wi-Fi settings to do ATAPU. This is the best Wi-Fi settings you can think of or you can do for yourself. Actually, this is the best, because after broadcasting your device, everything still ends up on your Wi-Fi. So just follow me up on this video. The first thing you do, you go to your Play Store. Let's do it together. We have many of them. We have VPN share. Now, one thing you need to notice is not all broadcasting apps that the two different devices will be connected to one Wi-Fi, and then you broadcast it from the device A, and it's automatically reflecting the device B. I don't know if you are following up. It's not all broadcasting applications that can do that. For instance, VPN share. If I'm using VPN share, my hotspot must be active, and my hotspot and my Wi-Fi cannot be active at the same time. So VPN share is not what I'm going to use for the sake of this video. But take note, for those of you that don't have, maybe you don't have any external router or Wi-Fi, and you always use one of your devices to hotspot another one, then you can use VPN share. VPN share is recommended because once you download the app, just activate your super proxy. Activate your super proxy on that phone, that very phone that the VPN share is on it. When you activate your super proxy, you enter your VPN share, you make sure your hotspot is on. After your hotspot is on, you click on start. Just enter VPN share, you will see where they say start. Once you click on start, you will see they'll give you I think they'll give you a server and a port. The port, you can set it by yourself, but I think the default, most of the time, the default ports are always 8080. That's 8080 most of the time. This is using VPN share, right? This is if you are using VPN share, but I'm not using VPN share on this video. The one I'm going to use is maybe you're using a router or you're using a Wi-Fi and you hotspotted two of your phones. All right, the best that you can use is I think, let me show you. The best you can use is every proxy. Look at it here. Every proxy, sorry. This is the best app to use for proxy broadcasting with Wi-Fi. Now, all you need to do, you go to your Play Store, you search for every proxy. So these are every proxy, right? So this is just it. Now, I'll take you guys step by step. You want to broadcast your proxy, enough of the theory. Now let's be very, very practical. I come again. You keep your two phones aside. The next thing you do, you activate your super proxy. Make sure your super proxy is on the particular phone you want to use to broadcast. All right, you're just broadcasting your server and everything to the other phone. Please get what I'm saying. This is very easy. So you make sure your super proxy is active on the phone A. Let's just say this is phone A. Let me call it phone A again. All right, this is phone A. Now you make sure your super proxy is active. Once your proxy is active, you click on open. Now take notes. Anytime you hear broadcasting or proxy broadcasting or proxy broadcast, anything that sounds like broadcasting, take notes, please. Even if your proxy is SOX 5, don't use SOX 5 in broadcasting. Always use HTTP. So that means you avoid this SOX 5 and this PAC server. You always stick with HTTP proxy. All right. What I'm saying now is my proxy. This is my proxy that is currently active. Is a SOX 5 proxy. I don't know when last I used a proxy that is HTTP. This one that is active here, this key sign that you are seeing here, this is a SOX 5 proxy. But anytime you want to broadcasting don't work with SOX 5 or PAC server. Irrespective of whether your proxy is SOX 5 or not, you must use HTTP for broadcasting. All right, please don't get me wrong. Follow me up. So let me enter there again. You click on HTTP proxy, and when you click on it, you are going to see they'll give you automatic port number and automatic IP address. Is that easy? Like I said, or you can decide to click on here, this place, and edit. Let me turn it off. I'll turn it off now. Then this HTTP proxy, this place like pencil, I'll click on it. When I click on it, let me use 8080 for instance. Sorry, 8080. Please follow me. You can't set an IP address. You can only set a port number. You can't add any IP address. You are not adding your proxy inside there. In fact, I'll even advise you not to set at all. Just leave it in that 1080. Let's leave it like that. I know I'm doing this. Let's just leave it like this. Okay, I've already set the 8080. I think we use it like that. Let me 8080. So we are going to use this one like that. Save. Then we have saved it to. The next thing, you just on it. When you on it, you see traffic. This traffic now, nothing have started here. You understand? It has not gotten any traffic yet. The traffic is the order of your phone. Now I'm going to continue the recording from my other phone to see, like, just take notes. The port is 8080. The IP address is 192.168.1.16. Please take notes. The port is 8080. The IP address is 192.168.1.16. So let me continue from my other phone. All right, let me continue from my other phone. And sorry, before I continue from my other phone, we need to take note of something. I have two different Wi-Fi here. I have the Hionukaru 5G and I have the 2.4G. You must make sure that both this phone and the other phone are connected to one Wi-Fi. If not, it won't work. The two phones have to be connected to one Wi-Fi. All right, remember, we are using every proxy for this. To use every proxy, the two phones have to be connected to one Wi-Fi. If you are using VPN share, it's this phone, this particular one I'm holding, is this phone now. You on the hotspot of this phone, like, you know, when you're hotspotting somebody, that person you're hotspotting, you now go to the Wi-Fi settings of that person's phone. Right, you go to the Wi-Fi settings, then you just put the IP and port. You don't need to put username and password. All right, because username and password normally I won't recommend it. Just like maybe I'm just doing my normal service, then I'll come to this my 5G, for instance, then I'll click on here, then I'll now start adding, let me just say IP settings, proxy, manual. I'll now start adding, and yeah, there's no space for username and password here. So even if you put your normal proxy the normal way, even if you put it here, trust me, your location won't change. All right, it's maybe after putting in your proxy details, any browser you go to, they will not show you username and password. It's when you want to browse, they will not tell you to add username and password. And the disadvantage of just using your normal SOCKS 5 proxy or HTTP proxy just like that, the disadvantage is this: if you put your IP, for instance, you put your what they call it, your host name, which is your IP address, and your port number. After putting it, if you go to Chrome browser, for instance, they'll show you put username and password, which is a bad signal. If you go to Brave browser, Brave is still in Nigeria, Chrome is in UK, for instance. If you go to Brave, you need to put in another username and password again, just like that. So I won't recommend it. All right, what I'm recommending is this proxy broadcasting. So I'm simply going to continue with my other device. Take note of what I said. The other device will be connected or must be connected to this 5G. If not, this will not work. Now, before I go to the other device, take note of this. Lastly, if you are using this phone to hotspot the other phone, see the hotspot sign. On the other phone Wi-Fi settings, you just put your IP and your port. That is it. You have successfully broadcasted your proxy. That is it. But since I'm not using my hotspot, I must make sure that the other phone is connected to the same Wi-Fi as this one. Alright, so this thing is going to help most of you that will take this video serious. Now let's head over to the other phone. So I'll be showing you how to add the details on the Wi-Fi settings of the other phone. Right, so this is it. This is the other phone I'm talking about. So I'm about to broadcast my proxy from the first phone to this other phone, and this one is like the phone B. So all I will do is, first of all, I will go to my Wi-Fi. You go to your Wi-Fi, you hold it. When you go to your Wi-Fi, I'm currently connected to the 2.4G. The phone I was using, like I used to, the phone I activated the every proxy on is on 5G, and this particular phone is on 2.4G. So take note, it won't work. So I'll just connect to the 5G. All right. After connecting to the 5G, take note that my proxy or VPN, nothing is active here. Nothing is active on this phone. All right, nothing is active here. But you see that my IP address will change to the UK. Just watch out. It's going to change. So very quickly, all you need to do, or all we need to do rather, is this. We'll come to settings. All right, we'll come to settings, and you see this place like pencil. This place like pencil. Sorry, I don't have an external recording app to be highlighting. So after the search bar, that small letter Q, that stuff like pencil close to it, you click on it. After clicking on it, okay, I was trying to broadcast a proxy previously, but now let me just do this again for the sake of you, of you guys. So look at your screen. The HTTP proxy is used by the browser but may not be used by other apps. You ignore this, because from my experience of broadcasting proxies, the HTTP have been used by all apps. So this may not be, is an optional something, but it still works. You understand? And remember what I said, you can't broadcast proxy with SOCKS 5, it must be HTTP. So now, very quickly, remember the server address of the other phone, every proxy. Remember the server address, 192.168.1.16. So this is the server address. This is the server address. All right. Then the port. Remember, I set 8080. And if you remember what I said that the default port is 8080, right? But since I've already set 8080 on the first phone, I'll just use it here. note that the server address and the port must be the same with the one on your every proxy settings. All right, you must know that in fact it must be the same. That's just it. It must be the same. So you put in that server address from your every proxy. Then the next thing, you put the port. After putting the server address and putting the port, you make sure that this thing, you put it to static. Normally it's going to be in DHCP, so you set it to static. Then I'll just copy this proxy host name. I'll copy it, then I'll paste it here. Then you ignore this gateway, just ignore it. Okay, sorry, you paste it on the gateway too, you will not ignore it. So that is that. You leave this DNS1 network prefix length, you leave it unchanged, then click on save. Now watch what is going to happen. Automatically, this phone now, the IP of this phone is going to change, simply because I've broadcasted a proxy from the other phone to this one. Let me quickly check the details I put in here again. 192.168.1.16 8080. Okay, which one am I connected to there? Is this the 5G? Right, that is it. So points, let me be sure. Okay, 0.1.16 192.168.1.16. so it's supposed to be it. So if the internet don't come, you just go here. This is why I say follow this video, because it's kind of technical but still easy. If it keeps on showing like that, you come here, this place that says static and DHCP, you click on DHCP. All right, you click on DHCP and then you save. Now let's see it. Let's check it out this time around. You save it, leave it on DHCP and save it. And then the next thing you do now is you just connect to the 2G, then connect to the 5G again. That is, you just disconnect and connect it back. That's what I'm trying to do now. You disconnect and connect it back now. All right, so it's connected. Now it's connected. Let's go and check our IP address or IP analysis without doing any proxy, using any proxy or VPN over here. Just see, this is it, wa.com. All right, as you can see, my IP have changed. It's now in the UK. All right, it's now in the UK. My IP have changed automatically. I do not collect from any super proxy. I just made sure that this phone and the other one, they are connected to the same Wi-Fi. I just had to make sure that the two phones are connected to the same Wi-Fi. So I'm going to continue on the other phone now to show you the final things that you need to know. All right, so the traffic, it has gotten a traffic. This broadcasting we are doing have gotten a traffic. So just activate the proxy on your other phone. Make sure your other phone and this one are connected to the same Wi-Fi. Then go to your every proxy, just activate. In fact, don't set anything, just go to your every proxy, activate it. Let me continue this video on my other phone. So as you can see, doing survey with this IP now is very recommended, because you're not using anything like proxy, you're just using your Wi-Fi settings. The Wi-Fi settings you are using itself is from another phone. Broadcasting is from another phone. It's the other phone that the proxy is active on. So I believe you understand what I mean by this proxy broadcasting. And right, if you look at my screen now, you are going to see this is just the traffic sent and traffic received, or we can as well say traffic sent versus traffic received. So the traffic sent from this device and received on the other device. So this is a perfect setup. You can just start your surveys on the other device. All right, and yeah, this is my IP address. That is the IP address that we used on that device. Don't forget that. And that is the port, that 8080. Don't forget that too. So this is just a perfect setup. You see the total MB, that's just like your gigabyte data. You can be monitoring its total MB I've used there. All right, that is, this device is more like, how will I put it, I'm looking for the best word to use here. You are sending the traffic from this device, and you make sure that the device A and the device B, they are both connected to the same Wi-Fi. They are both connected to the same Wi-Fi. So this is just it. And remember what I said, you always go with HTTP proxy anytime it comes to proxy broadcasting. All right, so this is just it. Trust me, this is just it. If you are watching this video, I will just advise you to calm down, stay in a very quiet place and watch the video, no distraction, because as easy as it is, if you make some kind of mistakes here, you will not broadcast any proxy. Your proxy will not be broadcasted. Instead, your internet will not work on the other device. All right, so this is very easy. And if you are watching this video and you are stumbling on the channel for the very first time, once again, make sure you like, comment. You can even share the video to your loved ones, because this is very important. This is a very important information when it comes to surveys. You know, a lot of persons, they only know about normal Wi-Fi method. You put in your whole proxy. In fact, it's not even possible to put in your whole proxy details in your Wi-Fi. It's not possible, so this remains the best to broadcast. Anytime you want to use Wi-Fi method, I'll just advise you, if you have two phones, do broadcasting, or less stick with your normal super proxy. So this is just it. Your traffic is going through from this device to the other one. This is just it. All right, so if you notice, both the SOX proxy and that other pack server, I avoided it. So that is just that for that. Thank you very much for watching this video. God bless you.